Okay, Vanna, bring it down. We'll go ahead and do it. Alright, this problem is pretty straightforward. Just click on to the, if you want to do it real quick, click on to the copy table, pull up your Excel spreadsheet. The only reason you do this on the test is save time. You don't have to do really anything but just put them in order. Paste, and then data, and then dango A to Z. And there. You don't have to do anything but put them in order. Now the first one says, I'm sorry, hold on, let me see if I can do this to where I can see both. Alright, 0 to 19 cents. So that'll be down, 19 be right in there. So we'll color those dang old. Where's my color those yellow. Then the next one is 20 to 39. That's those right there. We'll color those dang old blue. And then the next one, 40 to 59. That'd be that one. Next one, 60 to 79. That's those two. And then the next one, be this one right here, is 1. Now, if I was to give you this test today, and this problem would be on it, now I didn't preview this problem, about 6 to 8 of y'all would miss this problem. Why would 6 to 8 of you miss it? What would you think? Careless mistakes? Yeah. Not counting enough? Yeah, that would be a lot of it. But some of them they just look at it and they go, we didn't do one of these in the homework, or we didn't do one of these in class. But a frequency distribution is nothing but a what? Head count. That's all it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 22 goes right there. Blue, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yellow is 1. Green's 2. Oops. And the last one is 1. And these 2 are zeros. So, do we have a normal distribution? No. Which one is it? Skewed right or skewed left? Skewed right, because all your data is on the left, so it's looking pretty much like, so it's skewed right. So I don't know what this, just pick the one it's supposed to be, go away. Does the frequency normal? No, no, and no. Yes is not an answer. It's going to be one of these 3. Does the frequency start low? No, so it's not that one. The distribution is not symmetric, and the frequencies do not start off low. I would say it's that one. So that's the first question. Will your question be like that? Probably not. It'll probably have different numbers, or it's not going to be the same. Oh my, class width. What is the class width of this problem? 2. Find the first class midpoint. What's the first class midpoint? Well, take your calculators out. 65 plus 66.9 comes out to be what? 132? I have no idea. Yeah, 132, half of 132 is, I have no idea, 66.5. Okay, then what does it come out to be when you actually do it? The math. 65.95. Now what do we add? Do we calculate each one, or we just add the class width? So that'd be 67.95. Dang old 69.95. Dang old 71.95. 73.95. 75.95. 77.95. 79.95. 81.95. And 83.95. What are the class boundaries? Well, what comes before 65? 64.95. Now, why did I do 0.95? Why did I do 0.5? Because these are to the what? Tenths. When you're measuring to the tenths, what should these two go to? The hundreds. If these go to the hundreds, then these go to the thousands. If these go to the thousands, these go to the 10,000s, and so on. If these are whole, what do these go to? The tenths. And now we just add our class width, which would be 66.95, no sneezing. Then 68.95. Yeah, I see that, thank you. I'm not a typist. Dang old 70.95. The keyboard sucks. 72.95. 74.95. When you suck, you just blame what? Other things. You blame everybody else. 76.95. 78.95, and I'm not left-handed. 80.95. 82.95. And 84.95. And if you ever get confused, read the directions. Round to 2 decimal places. Next question. If you take several forms of a test in Hubert's class, how is it counted? The highest one. Kyle, where does that come from? Say again. The handouts. Wow! Hubert puts 10 questions on the test from the handouts. Will people miss them? Yep. I personally like, he calls you a loser and fails you. That's the one I like. Alright. Y'all do this one. I'm going to let y'all do this one. Blow it up a little bit, Vanna, so they can see the top numbers. A Poptart. Breakfast of Champions. Oh, wait a minute. Let me do this, Vanna. It might help you out. There we go. Now you can blow it up. That's probably good enough if you get it in the middle. I'll get it where everybody can see it. So this is what we did last week, whatever day y'all were here last. Wednesday? So find your 5-number summary. And remember, I told you there's 2 ways to find it. And yes, I will be lenient on this question based on the 2 different ways. If you get it wrong and you think you got the answers close enough because of the 2 different methods, then I will look at it during office hours. You come see me during office hours or email me and I'll look at the question. But whose responsibility is it to get it, to challenge it? It's your responsibility, not mine. So to get some of you started, what do? You put them in order. Well, they are in order, so that's good. I'm just going to go ahead and go to the spreadsheet. You can bring it back down, Banner, if you want to. I'm just going to add them right here. And there's the numbers. How many do we have? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Odd. That's a good thing. Why? You don't have to calculate them. You just go to number dang old 7 and number 8 is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there is your 50th percentile. Now, how many numbers are above that 75? 7. So you just pick 3. Go up 3 and pick 1, 2, 3. And there is the first quartile, or the 25th percentile. Go down 3. 1, 2, 3. And there is the third quartile. There's the max. And there's the min. And you should feel good about yourself. So there's your quartiles. We're not going to worry too much about that. Now we got to do our number line. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do the number line here. And that's the min. And there's the max. And what goes in the middle? Equals, parentheses, this guy plus this guy divided by 2 equals this guy plus this guy divided by what? And you just keep doing that and keep doing it and keep doing it. I'll do this Control C, Control V. Nope. Equals, parentheses, this guy plus this guy divided by 2 equals this guy plus this guy divided by 2 equals this guy plus this guy. Oops, forgot my. Go away. Divided by 2. Now, one of the reasons I'm doing these, and a lot of you say, why don't you just do it in his head? Well, the reason I'm doing it is to give you the repetition of the min plus the max divided by what? And if I say it 5 or 6 times, hopefully some people will pick it up, that need it. And the last one. Now there's your number line. So you take your handy dandy virtual marker that everybody carries around in their pocket. And there's your number line. And you take your handy dandy vertical line maker, and you just make your number line based on your max and your min. The most common mistake students make is they think that the box plot somehow has something to do with this number line, and it's actually the opposite. The number line is very independent. The box plot is dependent upon the number line, so the number line is what you need to be able to do in order to do the box plot. So the gray line, or the gray number, is 72. So you take your handy dandy vertical marker and turn it gray and put it on 72. And you put it on the line, or you can put it above the line. Some people don't do that. Some people put it up here. 72. Make it a little bit bigger. And then the blue line is 78. Change it to blue. 78, 78, right in here. And take my black marker, make my sides. Oops, sorry. An old bush. Everybody with me? And then we take the orange marker and put in 75. So, do we have somewhat of a normal distribution? Yes or no? Yes, pretty much. Looks like it could be a little bit to the right of center. In other words, where is the center? Well, I thought I had it drawn. I must have moved it over. 75 is the center, right? The center according to what? Center according to the mid-range. Yes, that's right, class. So, is it close to a normal distribution? Yeah, pretty close. You could say it's a normal distribution, pretty much. Even though it's a little bit to the right of center. So that means a lot more of your, let me draw that again. A lot more of your data is to the right. In other words, there's just a little bit more data on the right side. Higher data. Okay? So that's what it looks like. So what do you do on your test? Well, you find these numbers, and then you find the box plot that's a little bit to the left of center or a little bit to the right of center. A little bit to the right of center. So you go back to your handy dandy test and you write down those numbers. 70. Somebody give me the next one. What was the next one? 72, 75, 78, and 79. Now, let's look at these. Now, sometimes you don't have to look at them too hard. Sometimes you have to look at them a good bit. I think these two are nowhere near it. Why? Because this one's skewed right and this one's skewed what? Left. So these two are not the answer. This one is not the answer. Why? Because it has all the data where? On the left hand side. So I would say it's probably this one. Next question. When is the last day of class for this semester? Well, before you answer that question, which one do you think it is on this question? Which one do you think it is? Why? Why would you say the 25th? It's the only one that's actually what? What does the question ask? Date or day? Day. So I'm looking for Tuesday. So in y'all's case, when is the last day of class? Yeah. When is the last day of class for y'all? Well, somewhere around there. It'll say Tuesday, April 25th, or whatever day it is. So whatever is in this spot right here, you know, September the 11th, 2001 is not the answer. That's 9/11. Judgment Day. It's supposed to be Judgment Day. That can't be right. And my teacher sucks is not a day. I think people miss this one. Yep. People do miss it. I thought I hit next question. Oh, I hit. Okay. Sorry. All right, look at that one. In recent year, the magnitude, blah, 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 was recorded. The mean, blah, 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 and the standard deviation is blah, blah, blah. Consider the magnitudes are unusual. What are the magnitudes that separate the normal from the unusual? Or vice versa, the unusual from the normal. They want to know what is 2 standard deviations above and 2 standard deviations below. So, do it. In other words, draw your normal distribution and then go 2 to the right and 2 to the left. This one shouldn't take more than a minute to do on your test. Alright, so I'm just gonna, it don't look good. Let's just go here and here and here. There we go. And you really don't have to draw the normal distribution. You just draw 5 lines like that. And you don't even have to do this. You just add and subtract. So in the middle, the mean is 1.3. I'm just going to do 1.3. I barely do tenths in my head. And the standard deviation is 0.6. So that's going to be 1.9 and what's 0.6 plus 2.5. Okay, now your answers are going to be more detailed. Okay, it doesn't say to round or anything. I'm just doing that because I don't want to have to do 0.584. I'm not doing that. So 1.3 minus 0.6 will be 0.7 or 0.7. Somebody help me out. And then 0.7 minus 0.6 is 0.1. So yours should look something like this, only it should be more detailed. So somebody give me the lower bound around this guy, 0.1. What is it? Okay, hold on. 0.081, is that what you said? 0.09? 0.089. 0.089. And what's the high end? The high end would be around here. What? 2.425. And that's how you do it. So that's a gimme question. That question should be, but why do people miss it? Well, they don't do it because they see all this writing and they go, I don't want to do that problem, or I don't know how to do it. So don't do that. How is homework, tests, and exams weighed in Hubert's class? Why do people miss this one? They pick D. What's wrong with D? Yep. That's the most missed question out of my 10 questions. This one right here. Alright, try that one. They want you to find the range and probably the standard deviation. So blow it up a little bit, Vanna. Alright, so I went ahead and wrote down median, range because they're going to ask you for this in one of the questions, so I just figured I'd go ahead and do it. So, alright, let's find the, so I'm going to add these up, and we're going to divide that by n. And that is our median, our mean. Median, n is equal to 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, be these two guys, and and it's going to equal, parentheses, this guy plus this guy divided by 2. The mode, I care less about the mode. I don't even see one. Is there one? No. So you say NA. Range is equal to this guy minus this guy. Mid-range is equal to this guy plus this guy divided by 2. And variance, we got to go ahead and equals this guy minus this guy, and make sure you lock that one if you use Excel. I said if you use Excel, not you have to.
What did you do? Because it wouldn't calculate this thing for you. Why didn't you know how to lock it?
You have to just equals, and you click on to the first one, minus, click on that one, and hit F4. And that locks it. And then after you lock it, you copy it down. And then equals this raised to the second power. And there's that. And then you add those up, and that's your numerator. Whatever. And then that's going to be equal to this divided by parentheses n minus 1. And then the standard deviation is equal to what? This raised to the 0.5 power. That's it. So if you want to do your normal distribution curve, that's equal to the mean, and that's equal to this plus this, and that's equal to this plus this, and that's equal to this minus this, and equal to this minus this. And I don't know what they're going to ask for, but let's go back to I know they asked for the variance and the standard deviation, so y'all write that down. 135.7707 and 11.65207. And let's see what they ask. What was the range? 28.3. Variance. I just told y'all to write that down. Oh well. 135.77. Standard deviation 11.65. No, that's alright, I got it. Is the standard deviation of the sample a good estimate of the variation of salaries of TV personalities? Well, it all depends on if there's any outliers or not. Let's look and see if there's any outliers. 45 and -1. No outliers, so you can take that out. I would say that it's a small sample. I mean, how many you're talking about? Listed below are 10 annual salaries of TV personalities. How many TV personalities are there? A lot. I would say this is a small sample. I would say probably this. I would say it's a D, but what am I? That's what I would say. Because you're talking about hundreds and hundreds of TV personalities, or people that think they're TV personalities. Will Hubert's final exam be online? Yes. Go with B or D, because that's usually what people put. Alright, there it is, frequency distribution. I know, is the time of the class over already? Okay. Well, there's frequency distribution. Go ahead and write it down so you'll have one to do for the test. Write it down and I'll call the roll. Freeze it right quick, please, Vanna. Thank you. Bailey, Bolt, Miss Clayton is here, Cowart is here, Dutchke is here, Escobar, Farr, Freeman, Hammett, Harris, Harvey, Hayes,
Here.
Johnson,
Here.
Mullins,
Here.
Murray's here, Newton, Poor, no Poor, Perdisi, no Perdisi. I don't see Little Miss Robinson. I don't see her. That's Mahogany. Miss Scarborough's here. Schuler, Simpkins, no Simpkins. Dennis, Smallwood, Miss Bone. I'm looking for Miss Bone. She's not here. Williams and Wood. All right, let me show you right quick, and then y'all can go. My class is next, so you ain't got to worry about it. Unfreeze it, please. I'm just going to show you a couple of more test questions. There's a histogram. Make sure you can read it. The total the numbers up. That'd be 4, 5. That's 9. Plus that'd be 13. That'd be 14. And 14 plus 5 is 19. So 19 team members. Let me go back to that. So 19. I'm just going to go through and show you. This is height. This is standard deviation. Z-score. Make sure you can do that. What branch of service did Hubert serve? Boy Scout. Put Boy Scouts. Don't put Army. All right. This is another mid-range median. Variant, standard deviation. We already did one like that. Where's all of Hubert's homework and tests done? In the bathroom. Standard deviation. Is this a continuous set? Number of cars owned. Is that continuous or discrete? Why? It's counted. Good job. Somebody actually wrote down that day. Wow. Why does Hubert not give extra credit, extra points, or drop any grades during the last final weeks of the semester? Because he is mean and he doesn't like me. My head hurts because he wants me to fail and live in a ditch. Or because he gives me these type questions on test and he drops the lowest 2 grades on each unit. Which one you think it is? How about A? Another standard deviation. Standard deviations, Z-score. When does the homework terminate? No, Mickey Mouse. When is finals? When is the last week of finals? When do you think it is? The one that's picked the most is that one, of course, but the second one is December 7th, 1941. When was that? Pearl Harbor. Yeah. What is Hubert's email address and cell number? Even though that's the wrong cell number, it's C. Why is it C? It's the only one that has an email and a phone number. And another one is, there's your economics and psychology question Z-score. So make sure you can do that one in the homework. See ya! Somebody hit my button over there, please. Can you hit it for me? Yeah, I'm gonna put the dates on it right now.